Thank you for tuning in. My name is Raquel, and I have some crazy wild things happen to me sometimes. For instance, what just happened to me right now that I'm about to show you. So I came home from my acting class and I was like, oh my God, I'm feeling so creative. So I set up my camera, I'm wearing my phone, I just bought this new little ring light. And as I was setting up for this, I get a knock on my door and I'm like, ugh. Go away, kids. I don't want what you're selling. So I open the door because I can hear them talking outside, and one of them's like, should we go? And she was like, no, let's just wait. She's gonna open the door. So I was like, oh, okay, let me open the door. And there was these cute little old ladies standing right outside my door. Now, I love elderly people. I love them. I think they're so cute. I think they're so full of wisdom and knowledge and beautiful memories and experiences and history. And they have so much to share and so much love to give. They've been here, longer than any of us have. And so Diana said that she had lived here during her childhood from the ages 3 to 11. And she asked if she could have a tour of the apartment. And I was like, sure, only if I can interview you. So check it out, the interview, full length, right here, right now. Pow! I'm extremely excited and baffled at your presence today. This lovely lady here and her friend Betty, this is Diana. And Diana, tell us why you came knocking on my door today.
Yeah, I came. Would you like me to look at you or at the camera?
Wherever you'd like.
I came knocking on the door with my friend Betty here because I lived in this apartment from 1944 to 1952 when I was from 3 years old to 11 years old. And I was very curious, and I live right now in Toronto and have for 50 years lived in Canada, in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And sometimes Betty and I come back to this neighborhood to see how it's changed or whether, and this block has hardly changed.
Really?
It has hardly changed. All of the houses, even the house across the street with the wooden doors, it was all there.
Wow. And I do love this street. I love this apartment. I love the history. I love everything about it, its character. Tell me some of your favorite memories of living in this apartment. I know you mentioned earlier that you had a sister.
I do. Well, to have a younger sister wasn't a pleasant memory in those days. But we slept in the first bedroom here,
which is where I sleep,
right behind, and our parents slept in the back bedroom. And I went to Franklin Avenue Elementary School right at the end of the block. It was a wonderful experience. They had an orchestra, and I played the marimba in the orchestra.
Oh, wow.
And my marimba was right here in the living room, and right in front of the windows there. We would listen in the kitchen. What I remember is coming home for lunch from Franklin Avenue School at lunch, and we would come home probably by 12:15 and go back at 12:45. And on the radio was One Man's Family and Stella Dallas. The soap operas were on the radio. And so I would hear the 12:15 to 12:30, the 12:30 to 12:45, and then we would walk back to school.
Oh, cute. And it was just right up the street, right? Oh.
I visited one of the apartments in these two buildings a few years back. And what I realized is that it's like a time warp, that almost everything is still in place. Do you still have the black and white tile in the floor in the bathroom?
No, it's pink.
Okay, they finally changed that, but a few years ago it was still there, the original tile.
Wow.
So it's I remember playing. I remember having a dining room table right here, and our my cousins coming to tell me that they were getting married and whatever.
Cute.
I remember that, and so the living room is although it looks much smaller than my memory, of course.
We fill it with a lot of technology.
And in those days, that was during the Second World War.
Wow.
And it was hard to get apartments in Los Angeles, and my parents had just moved here from Montreal, Canada, and somebody knew about this apartment, so we lived here for 8 years. And no, it was a wonderful neighborhood. I had friends up in the hills in interesting houses in the hills,
Wow.
and we lived in this little place. And the people across the hall were the Crouches, and I think they owned the building. And this is where the ice box, we didn't use it as an ice box. Can I look?
Yep, it's just.
So there was a part here that was just open, and that had originally been an ice box where they used to deliver ice, But for us, it was just a cupboard. So I remember playing in the hall as a young child with an imaginary friend, and this little. I remember the laundry room. Is the laundry room still there?
Mhm.
Yeah, I remember the laundry room and how it was
Wait.
set up.
I want to go back to what you just said. You remember playing with an imaginary friend in the hallway.
That's right.
Tell me a little bit more about that.
Well, that's all I remember. I mean,
You don't remember a name?
I don't remember a
or-
name. I remember there's a little, what I thought was a door. And I don't know if it's still there, but it was probably a panel and something, maybe electrical circuit or something behind it. And so that door was like a little house, and that's where this little man lived. And that's all I remember.
Wow.
I remember that sometime in this period of time, I think it was around 1947, and it snowed in Los Angeles. There was enough snow on in the backyard here, so that we made a little snowman. My parents said, "Look out the window," and my sister was 3 and I was 6 then. And we looked out, and my sister said, "What's that white stuff?" "It's white," and that was the snow. So I remember that.
That happened once in a great while.
Yeah. I also remember that I had my a surprise birthday party that my mother gave me in this room when I was 10 years old.
That is
and I
so
was standing
cute.
outside the door there, and I had gone to a children's concert, and it must be my father that was bringing me home, and it was all set up. So, and I was telling him about the Gollywog Cakewalk. I think it's a certain classical music that is, children like. And so I was talking about that, and then we opened the door, and everybody said surprise. So it's right here in this room. So and I remember was 16? No, I wasn't here for 16. But I remember birthday parties and whatever here.
Wow.
Yeah, I have a lot of memories of this period of my life. It was a very good area and a good, school.
Good vibes,
and
good energy,
Yeah, I think
nice people.
Parents were probably very happy to be a nice young couple.
nice
with
community.
young children and whatever. Oh, then we must have had a telephone here.
That's
I
it.
don't remember, but we
And
must have.
telephone book. That's a telephone.
Mhm.
Telephone book.
Oh, I remember telephone books.
We also used Griffith Park a lot. They played tennis, so we would go and have picnics, and my parents would play tennis, and I would have to take care of my sister. But anyway, so Griffith Park was also part of our life.
How, if you don't mind me asking, how old are you today?
How old do you think I am?
I mean, if I do the math, but looking
Yeah,
at
that's
you,
right. The math.
you-
Yeah, I'm 70. I'm just about 79.
Okay, I was gonna say 78.
Yeah.
So
That's exactly. Yeah, today I'm 78. Next month I'll be 79. Yeah,
February what?
13.
Beautiful. How exciting! I'm still just bewildered
Really?
at you knocking on my door.
Well, we tried it. Well, we didn't try it once before. We've come by here, and somebody drove in once before that lived, a young woman also, lived in the next building upstairs. And she said, yes, she would, So we decided today, Betty encouraged me and said, yes, let's knock
No,
it
I know, and I
because
heard-
we saw the blind go up.
Yes, and I heard, and I was like, I know they know I'm in here, but I don't want what they're selling.
I know exactly.
I didn't see exactly because I was busy. I was like, I'm setting up to do, I just got home from my acting class, so I was all like in the zone for being creative.
Yes.
And then I was just thinking to myself, and thank you for being so cooperative and willing to sit here with me.
Well, it's a fair exchange, isn't it?
I believe
because you've
so.
allowed me into your home, and you never know if somebody's going to do that, right?
Yeah.
But maybe with old ladies with gray hair.
Yeah, I guess so. As long as you ladies don't plan on coming and robbing us later.
Hardly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how long are you ladies in town for?
Well, my friend Betty
lives here. Oh, cool. How long have you lived here, Betty?
Forever.
Forever. Well, I'm going to let's take a look at the rest of the apartment.
Okay.
Or you need
All
some
right,
help?
yes, I do need some help there.
I'm still like amazed that you ladies just showed up on my doorstep.
We did, and I wish you lots of luck.
Thank
Your
you.
career.
Thank you.
Interviewer.
Thank you.
Feel very comfortable.